Hey everybody, welcome to Riding with Gravity and my kind of dirty but not so dirty garage, where I'm going to walk through the mods that I did to the motorcycle. I already have the seat kind of off because I want to show you a little bit of what I did there. But I'm going to start by putting the bike up on a bike stand. I'll keep it like this for the winter. I did a video about this, but I left the tailpiece on. So on this left side here, you're going to need a bolt that is a little bit longer because it secures that tail in place. And so I did a video about that. I'll share some links to the bolts that I used and the spools and everything, but I didn't actually show putting it up on the stand. So I'm going to start by putting it up on the stand and I'll walk you through the mods. I've already done this, but just make sure that the distance between these is good and you're going to be able to catch your spools. I'm going to have to move the bike towards me. I want to do it on this side, that way the stand can catch it if it goes that way, and I've got it just resting up against my leg. Nice and stable. I'm going to hold on to this, and I'm going to get these in a position as lined up as best I can, so that I can then just push down and get it up. Good on the left. Okay, so now I'm in position. I'm holding onto this back. If you don't have, the good thing about the Svartpilen is it does have this bit. And as you can see, I've got my hand on the stand and I'm just gonna push down and boom, bike is up. Pretty simple. First couple of times you do it, might be a little awkward, but you'll get used to it. The first mod really that I did was the mirrors. So I put the Husqvarna bar end mirrors on. These come as a single mirror, so when you're buying these, if you're getting bar ends, make sure you know if you're buying one mirror or two. These are the exact same mirror on each side. They're reversible, so there's just 5 little screws here, and so it's easy to swap. It's just a single mirror, and as I said, they're reversible. So get 2 of them, and then just put them on the 2 sides. I bought a little piece here. There's a video that I did on this, but to plug where the stock mirrors used to go. So the stock mirrors were here and here. And just note, so this one is just like you normally would. You do it counterclockwise to get it out. This one over here, for whatever reason, sorry there. This one actually turns the other way. So to get it out, you'd think you'd go left, you go right. So go clockwise to get this one out. And then I plugged that one too. Why did I do the bar ends? I like the bar ends because they have, for me anyway, in my body type, just as good visibility as the stock mirrors. I liked the stock mirrors when I was first starting out, nice and high. I didn't have to divert my eyes that much to see them, and I had decent visibility, but I wanted to lower the profile of my motorcycle. I also found that when I was riding on the highway, and I was crouched down a little bit more, those stock mirrors were so high they didn't really work. Now this is a city bike, mostly. So again, depends on what kind of riding you're doing. For me, I do spend a lot of time on the highways now, and this is a little bit better with the lower profile, helps me a lot better when I'm going 60, 65, 70 down the highway. So I actually really like this. These are a really good quality mirror. There's not a lot of vibrations, good visibility, really, really liked it. So I did the mirrors. That was, again, kind of preference, but for the kind of riding I do, worked out really nicely. I like the profile. The other thing I did was the exhaust. I went with the LeoVince LV10. I did a video on this. You'll be able to hear the exhaust note before and after. Super simple job to do. I picked this one based on reviews, listening to sounds online. You can only catch, so much, right? So you're just kind of saying, hey, I'm gonna go for it, and hopefully I like the one that I got. I like this one, has a nice bassy note to it, so it's a little bit lower growl, and I like that. Not super loud, I didn't want it to be super loud, but it's got this nice low growl, so I really like the LeoVince, and I did this one, really just, again, personal preference. It lowered the weight of the motorcycle a little bit, so I went for one that would also just kind of lower the weight, so that was nice, but mostly just, again, for the sound, but I really like this one. After that, I did the FuelX Lite, and I did the air filters. So let's talk about the FuelX Lite. I'm gonna swing around here. When I did the FuelX Lite, the pieces up in here, you take these 2 screws out. I did have to clip a little bit to get at the pieces. and get at where the O2 sensor was. And then basically we're just, we're disconnecting and reconnecting in and plugging the FuelX in here. Once I was done, I zip tied things back up to keep it nice and tidy. And so again, I did an installation video on that, but basically it comes in here, runs up underneath here, and then up into the seat. So let me take the seat off. And so it comes up in here. This is where it connects. And then I just dropped it here next to the battery. Nice and simple. Plug it in, get this all set up. There's a grounding cable. The grounding cable goes to the battery. So don't forget to do that and ground it to the battery. And that's the FuelX Lite. Why did I do the FuelX Lite? Well, I didn't need a Pro. The FuelX Lite auto corrects. It adjusts the fuel mixture for you based on the weather, based on your riding style, based on the mods you've done. I wanted to do this because I knew, in addition to an exhaust, now I didn't do a full like cat delete, and I didn't do a lot with the exhaust. I just did the slip-on, but I knew I was going to do the air filters too. This bike already runs lean. Because it already runs lean, you've got to get more fuel in there. And so you can do a number of different things. You can retune the bike. The FuelX is just a really nice fuel regulator. So I went with that. Works beautifully for me. After I did the FuelX Lite, which is a simple plug and play, right? It's not that hard. Again, watch the installation video. Once I did that, then I was ready to do air filters, and I got the air filters. So this is the stage 2 air filter. This replaces the hard covered air box, right? It just, again, you get more airflow in there, but the bike's already running lean, so you're gonna need more fuel to accommodate. Below this, I'm not gonna take it off, but below this is the air filter itself. I took out the stock air filter, I put in a high performance air filter there. So I've got the K&N and the DNA air filters. I've got the FuelX Lite. What does this do? Well, the FuelX Lite, in and of itself, is a great mod. It makes the bike super smooth, especially at the lower end of the range. Low speeds and everything, it's just a lot smoother. But it also adjusts the fuel as needed to protect your engine when you start doing things like air filters. The air filters just give you a little bit more horsepower, so you'll feel it though. So this was already a pretty peppy bike, stock, but now it's super smooth and it's got more horsepower, and you feel it. It's got a lot more pep to it. So it's super fun. I mean, this is already a fun bike, but those mods just made it a really, really fun bike to ride. So in recap, what did I really do? I did mirrors. Important for me, because I'm riding on the highway, I'm crouched down a little bit more. Better visibility for me, really great mirror. I did the exhaust, nice low grumble, really like that a lot. Not super loud. Did the FuelX, smooths out the bike, preps me for other mods. If I did want to do more with the exhaust or other things like that, I'm covered. And then I did the air filters, right? Smooth, peppy motorcycle, fun for riding in the city. That's the basics. A lot of people do this set of mods. You can certainly do more. This is what I've done so far, and I'm just loving this motorcycle. Super fun. I'm excited to get a second motorcycle someday. Then I can do more mods to this that might be more complicated, and I'll have a bike to wrench on. I'll have another bike to ride. That is it. I will talk to you again soon. Thanks for listening.